broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
My voice is gone and it's returning. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Kaori Takee here for AFTERBUZZ TV's SmackDown After Show. Joining me tonight, two wonderful, gorgeous people, Markeia McCarty.
Hey, I'm Markeia McCarty. You can follow me at Markeia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty.
And next to her, Scott Narver.
I'm hot and gorgeous, everybody.
That's true.
That's true.
And you're also where
I'm on Twitter at Gorgeous Femme Fatale or at Curtain Jerks.
You don't say gorgeous femme fatale with that confidence that most of us enjoy.
That's why I don't use that Twitter handle too often.
Well then. And you can find me at KAORIOUS, Kaorius. Tweet us all along the way. Also, hashtag ABTV SmackDown to keep the conversation going. We are going to recap SmackDown, and if we have time, we're going to take some calls. Number 424-256-1729. All right, guys. I feel like my mic is missing, but it's okay. All right, so anyway, hailing from Washington, we had Thursday Night SmackDown. It's still weird for me to say that.
Washington?
That DC.
Yeah, that's
DC.
weird.
D and C is this little struggle, but I think about the comics and it makes me feel better. So, all right. So first comes in Dolph Ziggler with the IC belt. He is not the champ, but he is holding the belts. So obviously there is this whole debacle with the IC belt itself. Wade Barrett, bad news, Barrett is actually the title holder right now. What do you guys think of this whole idea of this ladder match, this multiple ladder match at WrestleMania?
The multi-person.
Yes. Multi-person. So it's not a 4-man. It's not a 5-man. Ooh, let me a 5-man. No, it's a multi-person.
Yeah.
And you were saying something about that.
Yeah,
before.
it's devoid of life. It's very corporate and just it sounds really unfun. I hope they just call it a ladder match or just something else, not a multi-person ladder match.
Unless you're going to throw some divas in there. If you're going to do that, then call it a multi-person ladder match.
Exactly, because otherwise there are matches called Hell in a Cell.
Well, they have been calling it the ladder match, except for Daniel Bryan, who decided to rename it, who's also putting himself in the match. We've got a lot of great superstars and talent going into this match and putting themselves in. Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper,
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler.
And we've got some comedy with R-Truth stealing
R-Truth.
belt.
Yes, which is awesome because somehow R-Truth ends up running away with it while the rest of them are in this ring fighting for it. So Barrett, the IC champ, is titleless at this moment. So what are you guys feeling this whole thing or what?
Well, I think it's a fun little mix 'em up kind of a thing. You know, I always appreciate it when somebody grabs somebody else's belt and then runs away with it. That's always fun. You know, shakes things up a little.
For me, it's like I've always thought of this belt kind of as a tainted, cursed one, and what a way to make it feel awkward.
Interesting. Actually, that makes sense because Ziggler and then like Barrett before breaking the collarbone. It might be a cursed belt.
It might be a cursed belt. I didn't say that.
You did.
I did say that. That's true. I did say that. So, who do you want to win? I know that's a little way ahead.
Luke Harper.
Okay.
He's my favorite out of that bunch, by far. I love everybody in it. They're all great. They're all fun personalities and everything, but Luke Harper is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, down with the Gator roll, huh?
And by the way, guys, I want to mention that engineering is Mark Donica, who is also your friend from NXT, so he might be chiming in here and there. Okay.
So, do you want me to chime in? I mean, I can if you want.
I told you before we went on air that you are more than welcome to chime in.
Then I 100% agree with Luke Harper.
Wow. know.
There you go.
I'm a Dean Ambrose. I love him.
He's kind of hot.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the hotness. For
I always have to mention hotness, okay? That's always like a little tinge of, yeah. Look, if the guys can look at the divas and think they're hot, I can look at all these superstars and lavish and luxury.
You absolutely can. But no, I'm with Dean Ambrose because I love his style. I love how he's able to transition from being part of a team to being a solo act, being able to hold his own. Yeah, it's getting a little bit, I want something new for him, but I still love what he does in the ring, and I love that he holds and he toes that line. So I'd love to see him holding a title belt.
Sounds like you just described Luke Harper.
I think I'm on Ambrose as well. Or Wade Barrett, maybe. Or Dolph. See, I like them all. It's tough stuff. Okay, so backstage, there's this really strange, quick conversation between R-Truth and Renee. R-Truth then decides he doesn't know what the heck to do with this belt. He wants to hide it or give it to Renee. Renee is completely confused, and so are we. But, all right, so we move on to the tag team champs, Kid and Cesaro, with Natty hanging out, and they are going up against the Los Matadores. What you guys think of this match? Because El Torito got some action, but the champs win. Thank goodness, because how terrible would these champs look?
It'd be pretty bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Los Matadores in a while. It's good to see him again because you just never know if, for a while, one of them was injured and then they weren't on TV. So it's good to see them. And I always like there being a tag team that's not up to snuff of being championship material, so they lose. And it helps Kid and Cesaro.
I have not heard it's good to see the Los Matadores.
Really?
Ever.
It's good that they're getting paid.
Yeah.
It's nice that they don't have to dress up backstage, sit there in bullfighter outfits and go, we're not getting used? All right, I'll take this off.
You should be watching more SmackDown.
I should be.
They come around the way quite more often than. So we haven't really talked about this because we haven't been in the same room about wrestling very much. But what do you guys think of Kid and Cesaro getting this tag team push?
I think it works.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say for definite with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro going up against Los Matadores. I mean, you already know who's going to win, but at least there's the athleticism, and they're a pleasure to watch. I'm sure. Wait, do you still have a thing for Cesaro?
It's a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
I know you hate this because Tyson Kidd has someone in his corner, but Cesaro doesn't have someone in his corner.
He does not need someone in his corner until he meets me in WrestleMania again. Then danger might ensue. Just kidding. Don't worry. No restraining order needed. No, it's fine.
That's what one says before a restraining order is needed.
Absolutely.
I think they work really well together. They're both very powerful wrestlers, and it's a great way to both bring them up and elevate them and use them harmoniously, I would like to say. Big word?
Yeah. Triple word
absolutely.
score.
Yeah,
What do you
you're hearing
think?
agreement over here from me.
What do I think about their harmoniousness?
Yes.
I think it's great. Those were two guys that seemingly nothing was going on with them. They threw them in a tag team. No ideas were really thrown their way, and they just proved it. And they got the opportunity and ran. And now they're going into WrestleMania with the tag belts.
Yeah.
Over the Usos, who are from San Francisco. So, I mean, that's that hometown feel that you want to go in with the belts and have that. So they're really going to have to prove themselves there.
Yeah, it's a little sad that they're not coming in with the belts. But one thing that I do love is that, Tyson Kidd had that whole thing with that they had that storyline with him and Natty. And it was like, who's wearing the pants in the family? It's Natty, that kind of a thing. And I'm really glad that they're doing something else with him. There's more than just that. So that's good.
And I'm enjoying seeing Natty be part. It's kind of like a trio because also the Usos got Naomi. So I'm digging that whole thing. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so next we have Big Show backstage talking about entering and winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale and how he's going to change the name to the Big Show Memorial.
That'd be terrible. That would mean he's dead.
I
don't want that.
So goes the confused train of thought, talking in a Corporate Kane. And Corporate Kane says he too will enter, but first Corporate Kane has a match against Ryback, the big guy. And there's a one-on-one, a lot of things happen, and then Ryback kicks Corporate Kane's ass. Corporate Kane gets upset. basically throws Big Show in the ring, and then Big Show hits Ryback. KO.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's losing its steam for me at this point. Like, there's not a whole lot going on. I get they're extending it to the Battle Royal, and there'll be some stuff there, but this has been going on for a while, and there's just no real new elements to it. So it's falling flat for me.
Yeah, I mean, I know Big Show is super talented.
Yeah.
But I oftentimes don't really like the storylines that he's being thrown into. And this one included, it feels kind of not stagnant, but it's not fresh.
Yeah, it's like, why? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it needs higher stakes. That's what it needs. Like one of my favorites that it was with a Big Show for one of his storylines was when he was, for lack of a better word, like the bulldog on a chain for Stephanie and for Triple H. Way back when Daniel Bryan was still there.
Someone's got a crush.
Well, it's not I guess, man crush on
Ryback,
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
man.
It's not like he's hot thing. It's just like he's
you
freaking
usually
incredible.
I don't think you usually use man crush when you say
it's not a woman crush. So, in any case, for the storyline with like Big Show, I mean that was good. That was high stakes. It was basically like he was on a chain and Stephanie McMahon was like jerking him. And then he like busted loose, and that was great. The stakes were high, and now it's just, we're gonna have some big guys beat on each other like usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why Ryback's still doing it. Like, why is he still fighting those guys?
Because he's the big guy.
Sure.
That's why.
All right.
But I do miss seeing Ryback as the bully. That was his favorite routine. My favorite routine of his. Too bad it's over. You never know. They might recycle that one. All right, so there's a quick recap of Bray talking to The Undertaker, who's obviously not physically there. Bray always killing it. He really doesn't need The Undertaker to be present to engage the audience. And there's that. And what do you guys think of the Bray Undertaker teasing for WrestleMania?
I think it's great. I can't wait for it. That's one of the things I'm most excited for.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Because we've had this conversation with the SmackDown panel before. Do you think that Bray will win or lose, and how would it affect him?
See, that's the great part is now that the streak is over, it can go either way, and now I'm excited again because now the stakes are there. Now it could be anything.
So either way, you'd be happy. You just want to see it.
Yeah, I just want to see it. It's its own championship match.
Okay.
When you fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania, that means you're good enough to be in that match and you have that spotlight. It means more in the Intercontinental title. It sometimes means more in the World title. Like, you get that privilege of working with one of the best at that biggest show there is, and that lives on in infamy.
Yeah, and I think Bray's the perfect fit for Undertaker for his first match after last year's shock.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of the opposite way with it. I don't automatically think that anything goes. I actually think that with Undertaker, with the streak being broken, now they're going to try to build it back up again for a wrestler that would need to be the second person to defeat Undertaker. And I don't think that Bray needs that. Bray's strong enough on his own. I mean, he can carry anything. I love his promos. I love what he does. I love that he's IRS's son. That's a joke from, whatever.
I'm like, what?
The biggest crush of them all.
But yeah, Bray doesn't need to be Undertaker. Just the very fact that he's in the ring with him is like, what? That's amazing.
It's a really huge honor.
Yeah.
It really is.
I don't think that he'll win. I think they're going to rebuild up Undertaker stuff for like the next time they actually need to have a wrestler get on top.
The only problem I debate about that is that Undertaker is getting a little old. So I don't know how fluid he still is, but I guess we'll see.
Cybernetics, robotics, that's all he needs.
I have a thought about it.
Yes.
So we've seen a lot of Undertaker matches where he fights the guy for the first time. So he's fought Shawn Michaels twice. He's fought Triple H, 3 times, but twice. Why not have it to where Bray gets the win this time, and then next year when they're in Texas, his hometown, where he's rumored to get the Hall of Fame induction, have him come back and win it as his sort of retirement match?
That's a good idea.
Or he wins both times, and then only one guy in history has ever defeated Undertaker.
Fair.
I think that's stronger.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair too. There's so many different options and possibilities. But something let's talk about the Daily Show recap on Raw with Seth Rollins. Awesome. Jon Stewart is in the ring. He basically kicks Seth Rollins' nuts. That would totally hurt when Orton comes in to distract him. What did you guys think of this moment of Raw? It was great. Jon Stewart?
It was fun.
Fabulous.
It's a fun segment where you see that they're both having a good time. It doesn't feel totally scripted. John gets his shot in. The only thing I thought was weird is he's then high-fiving everybody outside of the ring. It's like, no, get away.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is fast to get out of there. Like, no one in a fight, you don't kick somebody there and then just hang around and celebrate with everybody. You run. You get out of there.
And Jon Stewart was like, what up? Going up the ramp. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, isn't that like everybody's fantasy to be able to be in the ring at WWE, have that interaction with a wrestler, and then be, Mr. Big Pants running around the ring?
I'll take any wrestler to go in the ring.
Yeah.
Lost El Torito. Done.
You're going to kick El Torito in the nuts?
I don't know. He might be up to my knee, and I'm a small girl. So, all right. So let's talk about the Divas match because the Bellas come in looking cute in yellow. And it's basically the Divas champ, Nikki Bella, watching her sister Brie go up against AJ Lee, who has her frenemy Paige around as well. I'm so happy AJ's back, by the way. Like, when she came in skipping on Raw, it was just magnificent because she's a great wrestler, and I'm just missing that positive anti-diva action, and just everything she does is entertaining. Yes, she's my woman crush.
I was just informed by, was it a Chrissy J824 that it's called a non-crush?
It's a non-crush?
It's a non-crush when you're drawn to someone but not really attracted to them.
Oh, I've never heard that. Well, thank you.
I think that's fun.
Well, I might just have a female crush on AJ Lee. I don't know. I mean, anyway, let's keep this PG. Basically, what happens is obviously AJ wins with her Black Widow. What did you guys think of this match? I thought it was a lot longer than most Divas matches. I think after she called Stephanie McMahon out on Twitter, things are kind of changing. I think WWE is kind of riding off of that gives Divas a chance hashtag. So what do you guys think?
Well, I thought it was good to, you have the Divas get some mic time, and it's good to give people mic time because then they'll get better, as they have more mic time. They didn't do horribly or anything like that. It was just, they just need more.
They did Bella style.
Yeah. And, more mic time to get better. But in any case, with the match itself, I at first I thought it was kind of lackluster. And then, Brie bust out with like a double kick to AJ's back, and I was like, okay, I'm invested again. And it was like back and forth. It wasn't the best Divas match ever, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed seeing AJ back in the. I really enjoyed seeing AJ back in the ring again. Oh. And then of course, and we called it in there that of course it had to be a Black Widow tap out. Yeah. So I love that. It was like nostalgia. Let's see more.
Yeah. I would love to see the two, these two go, not these two, but the Frenemies and the Bellas have a tag match. That'd be cool. But
that'd be fun.
What do you think? Since you are so gung-ho about divas.
Oh, AJ's the best. AJ's awesome. She's my favorite. I missed her, and I'm excited now for all the potential matchups because I thought she was going to be gone for longer, but all those girls in NXT that I want to see her go up against. And now this new incarnation of Natalya, those matches I want to see happen. So when watching this one, it's like, yeah, I've seen this. Let's get to the new stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all I was thinking about. I can't wait to see her and Charlotte go.
That's a good point. Ooh. Yeah, her and Charlotte, or even her and Sasha Banks. Mm-hmm. That'd be phenomenal.
Bailey?
Yes. Come on, gives DJ, I can't even say it.
Gives DJs a chance.
I can't say it. I'm like, Mark, do you have anything to say about the Divas? He's like, no. All right, got it.
Well, we talked about it in NXT this week that somebody asked what we would like to see for an NXT championship match, if possible, at WrestleMania. But I posed it, would you rather see an NXT championship match or an NXT women's championship match? And we overwhelmingly said women's championship. And I think that they could 100% tear it up, and I would like to see AJ Lee involved in that. That's... Give women's wrestling a chance, not give divas a chance. I hate the term divas.
How do you like the belt?
Give women's wrestling a chance.
I also think they need to revamp that belt, the butterfly thing.
Oh, I've been saying that forever.
Okay.
The fact that they have the Divas Championship and not the Women's Championship belt, which was it was a simple medallion, but it had to be a stupid butterfly. The NXT Women's Championship belt is a much nicer belt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Arguably more prestigious.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there is an argument. It's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we might as well have fairies and like glitter on it.
You don't see like micro machines on the superstar belts, you know?
Micro machine.
That would be awesome. I want a Hot Wheel belt so bad. Send it to the P.O. box.
Glad you dug up your time capsule today.
I just came out of it, so. All right, so there's a quick talk in backstage, Renee and Daniel Bryan talking about this IC ladder match. This is where Daniel Bryan says that
multi-person ladder match.
Yes. How do you guys feel? Because this is a big thing. Daniel Bryan went from, #1 contender for something huge to a mid-carder. How do you guys gauge this?
He was injured. He had to take time to heal. In fact, I love that he's back, but I almost don't want him to be back if he's not all the way healed, because if something like that happened again, he might be out even longer. So I'm okay with him taking more time to heal.
Okay. I feel that, if he's back, he's ready to wrestle and he's ready to fight. And so even if he was a main eventer, I don't think that his injury shouldn't prevent him from being up there. So I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, because he's now in a ladder match. That's the most injuries you could possibly get.
Good point.
Wait, is he in it? Is
yes,
he like definitely multi-person?
He threw himself in there.
Did you see the graphic?
Yeah.
I
He's
did.
in that graphic. He can't change a graphic.
He did name it the multi-person thingy. Yeah, go on. What do you think?
I think it's nice that for the Cena being with the U.S. title, giving it that prestige of just such a big player.
Does Cena have the U.S. title?
No, but I'm saying him in that program with Rusev.
Okay, I was like, what? Where did I go? Okay.
And it's Daniel Bryan's doing the same thing. It's such a quick turnaround, though. It is a shame that he's not in the main event picture.
Yeah.
Or a featured attraction match. This does seem a little less. If it was SummerSlam or something like that, sure. I'd buy into it then. But whenever you do the top contender immediately down to another belt, it's just, you feel it's a drop.
Mm-hmm. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Completely. And it's just kind of shocking to see how much the fans have been raving about Daniel Bryan, and for the WWE to still put him there.
But if he wins it and takes it, it helps. It helps the IC belt and does do all that, but it's just not what everybody wants.
But we want him to be heavyweight, but it's like, it's still... he's there, and him having a belt, him being there, I think everybody's super jazzed about that.
And the thing is, we talked about this earlier on this after show when I asked you guys who would you want to see have the belt. You guys did not say Daniel Bryan.
You're right.
That's very
want
true.
Luke Harper.
See?
Luke Harper.
I want Dean Ambrose.
Luke Harper.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I mean, you're kind of putting him kind of lost in the shambles. So, I don't know.
Well, he'll take more time off and then go back for heavyweight.
Or he'll get Brie pregnant. Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't think that would affect him, unfortunately.
No, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Brie, I don't know. She might be an assistant or something. All right, so then we have New Day and Miz and Mizdow. And we have a recap of the erectile dysfunction with Niagara. And Miz is clearly not happy with his stunt double. And it shows in this match. And basically, because of their arguments and bullying, Big E wins for New Day. What do you guys think of New Day? Because I don't think we've talked about this, and I'm curious.
They need more. it's one note and it's fun. It's what they're doing. You know, they come out in the ring and clap, but there's no like, what is New Day other than they're just happy?
What is New Day?
What is it? Like, I get it. They're all happy. They're all hanging out together. They do impressive moves. They got cool clothes, but
Good music.
give me something. Like
3 solid wrestlers.
yeah, but what else? What's going on? When they were that bad guy faction for a little bit, with Xavier Woods talking and saying that he's got the smartest guys around, they had a point of view then. I need a point of view. I need something. I can't just be excited for 3 guys that are hanging out. I want something.
It kind of feels like it's basically made to get the audience going, because I went to a house show and they were there and the music was on and they had like karaoke music and they were like clapping to have you sing along. It's a gimmick that I think it could work, but it's kind of laying flat right now.
Yeah, they're kind of doing a disservice to these 3 wrestlers because, like, you have Big E. He's good on the mic. Has he been on the mic? He has not.
We should see him be a comedian.
He's funny.
He's so
super
funny.
funny.
He's so funny.
He's funny and he does voices and he's a big guy, so you don't expect that to come out of him. And it's just, yeah, I do agree with Scott. It's fun. It's positive. You know, but it is one note.
Yeah.
And it's like when you think of like the other trios that you've had lately, I mean, Shield, they weren't one note. You know, it was dangerous and like intriguing, and each one of them had their own personalities. And I'm not seeing the own personalities out of a New Day. I love what they're doing. I love their moves, but they're interchangeable in a way. It's like it shouldn't be that way.
Well, I feel that particularly this match, it was not about a New Day. It was about Miz and Mizdow and what is going to happen leading up to WrestleMania. And that's the thing. That's the sad part, is New Day is not really the focus of any match. They're just there. So, I mean, why were they created? Yeah.
They're there for all the breakups that happened with Goldust and Stardust also.
That's true. Good point. Good point. Okay, so we have a recap of Paul Heyman on the mic addressing Roman Reigns and Brock, because, you know, Brock is the beast incarnate. And then we have the Brock Lesnar promo, followed by Roman Reigns talking to Byron Saxton about Brock Lesnar. So are you guys excited about this main event coming up for WrestleMania, or what?
No.
Look at you guys. Look at you guys. All right.
I'm not there yet.
I'm not.
Is there excitement in the booth?
I want to be excited.
Yeah.
I want to, but it's just, I don't know. I can't be. It's just,
Why not?
It's not. It's weird. It's like, I guess I've still got the taste in my mouth from the last pay-per-view with like Reigns and Lesnar. And I cannot get behind this. And I'm trying. Because, you know, Roman Reigns is like 3rd-generation wrestler. He's been working towards this. Part of the Shield. Great. Superman punch. Awesome. And, you know, Lesnar's the beast and da-da-da. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not fired up about this.
They have about 29 days to fix this up. Perhaps get something going, throw something in there.
Yeah, I guess it's just, even with like how Reigns is doing, like his whole defense or offense with Lesnar is going to be the punishment absorber, which is basically what he's going to do.
Not to be a jerk, but I think that although he has improved on the mic, I think they should keep his promos to a minimum. Like, his words should be very simple and his sentences should be cut short. That would help him. And am I an asshole? I'm sorry, guys. I love Roman Reigns.
His role in the Shield was just, he was the guy at the end who said, we're going to beat everybody up, believe that.
And he
they should
did
stick
it.
to that, because that worked.
Yeah. So what do you think, Scott? Why are you so not excited?
It's not that I'm not hating it or anything like that. Heyman always does an amazing job. Like, Heyman gets me excited to no end. But I'm not. I have nothing to root for with Reigns. I don't hate Reigns. I'm just like, yeah, he's not the guy yet that I wanted in that spot. But I'm rooting for Lesnar. I don't want Reigns to win.
I'm rooting for Lesnar too.
I love Lesnar, and I want to see him win. I don't want to see him get beat at WrestleMania. So I'm excited for that. But this isn't the match that makes me want to leave, travel to the northern part of this state, and throw down my money. And that's what that's supposed to be.
The northern part of the state. Ooh, so far, Scott Narver.
Hey, gas prices are going up.
It's a drive.
So this isn't that match. The other matches are doing that. That's supposed to be the one that does it, and everything else is gravy. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like, where's the hook?
And the
Where's
thing is,
that angle?
I feel that I mean, obviously, I could be wrong, even though I'm a predictions champ most of the time. Roman Reigns might win this because of the rumors that Brock Lesnar is going back to the UFC. So, I don't know. It might be too soon. It might be too soon. He doesn't have the total package just yet. He needs stuff to work on.
Lesnar could win, and then Rollins could cash in.
That's
It can
a
work
thought.
either way.
That's a thought.
possibility.
Or Roman could win, and Rollins could cash in.
Yes. Would you guys be okay with Rollins being the new WWE?
It'd be different.
Yeah,
I think whatever happens on Raw the next night.
it usually does.
I don't think Lesnar loses it at Mania. I think whatever goes down, it's at Raw.
My goal is to be the meme of this WrestleMania.
What's the face gonna
I'm
be?
just kidding.
What's
no.
the face? Do the
no.
Do it.
It's like a face.
A meme shall be made.
Get on it, community. You have your work to do.
All right, so next we have Swagger versus Rusev. We obviously know that the U.S. champ is going to kick Swagger's ass with the Accolade. Very quick, predictable match. I don't know why it's there.
Very
Fine.
tired of this match.
Thank you.
Very tired of this match. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. They need to find other people for them to
I'm
go
tired of
against.
Rusev, so I know I'm in the minority here, but he just doesn't tickle my fancy at all.
I think they've taken away the things that made him so interesting. I mean, with
What
having,
made him interesting?
Well, he was kind of like a trained bear. You know, he spoke Russian, and Lana was on the mic for him. She was like his translator. She'd have to tell him to release the Accolade, otherwise he's going to kill the guy that's in the ring. You know, it was like a dangerous element where he was a trained killer. You know, fighting for Mother Russia, and now he's just regular, and she's a valet. You know, looks great in her suit.
Well, that
And-
doesn't change.
Yeah, no, she's great. And it's just like they stripped away, and now he's speaking English, and he's on the mic, and they just stripped away what was interesting about him, what was different. So now he's, Rusev, still undefeated.
Feels the same
so
to
to
me
speak.
from day one. Same old boring dude, but Scott, what do you think of him?
I think he's a cartoon character. Like the way he does when he really pumps up, like it's like the Tasmanian Devil to me. He's all right. Same sort of thing. I think it'll be cool that if him and Cena fight at WrestleMania and that's where it all ends, that he has that moment, that it all happens there. But Rusev doesn't do a whole lot for me.
But are you feeling the Cena rivalry with Rusev? I mean, that's kind of, I guess, the best way to go about it, right? I mean, where else can you see him at? I know, I don't seem very amused with Rusev.
Is that you can do it?
Like, whatever. He's actually Bulgarian, but whatever, let's just do this.
I'd like to see Swagger sooner in the ladder match or something else rather than him just being fed to Rusev again.
Yeah, Swagger.
Yeah, have guys potentially being in that ladder match and not earning it, rather than it seems like whoever just shows up and wants to be in it,
that's exactly
they get
what
to be in
happened.
it. So Swagger, wake up and just go challenge to be in it. Go grab the IC belt.
I'm going to make a YouTube video and say I'm going to go on to that ladder match.
There you go.
There's a lot of man in that ladder match. So, next, after the Accolade, Axel Mania in the house. I don't know how I feel about this Hulk Hogan thing on Curtis Axel. What do you guys think?
You're not sure?
I mean, he's trying really hard to get that charisma out.
I blame the chef, not the waiter. Let me just put it that way.
Mark?
Well, we actually have somebody in chat who was at the show, and they said that the crowd was beyond hot for Curtis Axel.
Wow.
Because it's different. It's something new. He was looking for a way to reinvigorate his career. It didn't work when he went down for NXT for a couple of weeks. So this is something different. It's something funny. It's something that we haven't seen. We're finally seeing personality from Axel, and that's what people haven't been seeing for the past couple of years.
I was going to say, I've seen a lot of people imitate Hulk Hogan through the years.
I know, I feel like
I've seen Big Show do it. I've seen Charlie Haas do it. I've seen
It's
Kurt
fun.
Angle do it.
Trying a little hard, but I guess I'm not feeling it just yet, but
Talking
it's
out the
fresh.
side of your mouth. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I
Bad
know.
sign.
That's a bad sign. That's the Rusev talk for me.
Sorry, I was never a Curtis Axel lover. Tom should be here.
yeah.
Actually, Rosie loves Curtis Axel.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
everybody has their wrestlers that they're behind. But it's just like, I don't know.
But
kind of milquetoast to me. I don't
Rosie
know.
also loves Heath Slater, so.
Well, that's different. He's funny.
All right, agree to. All right.
Agree to agree.
Then a very quick promo of this, I can't even say it, Give Divas a Chance, with Cameron, Summer Rae, and Eva Marie all talking about they are the divas to give a chance to. Of all the divas on the roster, why these three? Especially Eva Marie. She couldn't even do this the right way.
Maybe
I love
they're
her, but
maybe they're the ones that need a chance most to show what
Really?
they feel that they can do, to have that chance to, get out there and do something.
I mean, we just saw a match with AJ Page and the Bellas. They could have utilized them, but
Sink or swim. Put them on Raw. If they want to get a shot at Mania, give Divas a chance. Throw it on Raw. Throw it on live TV, and let them go. And if they can't handle it, and I say to the crowd out there, be fair. Don't immediately boo and chant for the commentators, but give them a chance. And if they rise to the occasion, great.
Yeah, if they bring it, cool.
Yeah.
I would have actually loved to see them have Natty and Naomi say that, because they're kind of on the sidelines right now, kind of valeting. So it would have been cool to have them go at it or something. But anyway, this just wasn't my cup of tea. I do love the divas. I do love them. But they're not the strongest right now. Okay, so finally, the main event, we have R-Truth commentating with the title that doesn't belong to him. And a solid match overall with this whole group with Ziggler and Ambrose versus Barrett and Harper. And at the end of the day, Bryan comes out, and we're like, oh, this is awesome. And then, even more awesome, we got Stardust that comes out looking fly and crazy. What did you guys think of this? I thought it was a really good main event match. I really thoroughly enjoyed this one. And I like the end with Stardust coming in and volunteering himself into this match, kind of.
I thought it was enjoyable. There were a lot of moments that stuck out with me, with Luke Harper doing what could only be called a Ziggler toss. And that was fantastic. There was a really nice moment between Ziggler and Ambrose when they realized that they were the only two in the ring. And it's like, oh, hey, yeah, we're going to be fighting. This is going to happen in a ladder match, but, not right now.
Yeah.
So, that was a great moment. And, of course, R-Truth on the commentary was actually really hilarious to
He's
me.
drunk when he goes in there.
That was just funny. It's like he's scared of heights, so let's have a footstool match.
It's like he's not even commentating. He's just hanging out with Byron. Was it Byron Saxton next to him? Yes.
Yeah. It was
Byron
just
saxophone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or he called him Byron Jackson.
Him.
It's very organic, and it's was just fun. I thought it was a nice compliment to the good work that was going on in the ring. You had DDT, got the bull hammer in there. Well, that was after the match was over. So and then R-Truth talking about Luke Harper's shirt. And it's like, oh, I bet it's something like, oh, I bet that's his church shirt.
That's the thing. He was commentating on oddest things.
It's funny.
But that being said, R-Truth has grown on me tremendously. I think he's found his place as being this ridiculous guy who is just always bug-eyed, running around, not sure what to do, but doing whatever he wants to do. And it's a really lighthearted moment to have him whenever he's around. You probably disagree. You're like, what?
Oh, you think I don't like a guy that comments on weird things?
Have you met this guy?
Yeah, that's what I love. That's what he does. I want something fun and fresh in there, and that's exactly what he is. That if we're going to have 6, 7, 8 guys in this ladder match, there's got to be something funny amongst all the dramatic, high-impact moves that he can't go up the ladder because he's scared. Just other fun stuff, and let R-Truth be that. Let him be a different character than everybody else.
Yeah, and it works. It works for him.
Oh, it's great.
He sells merchandise well. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a great hype man, you know? So it's like, kick up his heels.
He causes grief between other wrestlers. I love it. So, what do you think of the match overall?
Match was great, and the end was a shocker with Stardust. I was legitimately shocked.
Yeah.
And then mildly concerned that if Goldust and him aren't going to have the match, but if they're going to be in the match together, now I'm wondering where Goldust is in all this. So
Getting his face painted right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Mark, what'd you think?
I do not want Stardust and Goldust to be involved in this match at all. They deserve their own spot on the card. It will make the match more exciting, but then it seems like more people want to be in the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship than the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's true. They're somehow making the IC very entertaining, but I don't know if it's in a good way or in a confused way like I'm feeling right now, but... Yeah, that's how SmackDown ends. What do you guys think overall of the SmackDown show of this week?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid, with everything. I'm like looking over the other, all the matches.
Because Scott has so many notes, too.
It's all in here.
Yeah, you smarty pants. You are truthy.
Nah, I'm a tactile person. I've got to write. Yeah. No, I thought that there was it was like a little roller coaster of stuff. We had the things with the frenemies, and we've got Heyman and and his intensity with like Lesnar, and then like you have the Miz-Mizdow schism. That's right. Miz and Miz-Mizdow schism is about to happen. So when you do it as like a highlight thing, then yeah, this wasn't a
it
bad
wasn't
one.
a bad SmackDown.
It wasn't a bad one.
I would say you guys lucked out over here.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad SmackDown.
A lot of good variety on the show.
Yeah, the Divas match went long. I actually felt like it was a little too long. I usually would never say that, but overall,
they're giving Divas a chance.
they're giving. I can't say it, so I'm not even going to try.
Then say give women's wrestling a chance instead.
How about every time I want to say it, it turns to Mark Donica and he can say it.
Because we sound so alike. It's perfect.
My voice is pretty husky.
Give divas a chance. Don't do that. Give
now
women's
move your
wrestling a
mouth
chance.
and let him do.
Give women's wrestling a chance.
Perfect.
You should bug my mouth there. Okay, so that about wraps up our show tonight. In the meantime, guys, continue to hashtag ABTV SmackDown. I can actually say that to comment questions and all that good stuff. And where can everyone find you lovely people?
You can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on SoundCloud and iTunes.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Markeia McCarty. If you like Sailor Moon Crystal, I'll be doing that on Sunday with Kaori here on AfterBuzz. And then also my new musical opens this weekend. Is 30-Minute Musicals presents Hook, and that will be playing in Hollywood. Go to 30mm.com for more information.
And Mark on the booth, where can people follow you?
You can find me on Twitter at SoapboxMarkDean. You can find me every Thursday or Wednesday now. No, it's Thursday. What day is it? Just we do NXT here. Everything's up on YouTube now, so go take a chance. ABTV NXT. You can find me there all the time. What about you, Kaori?
Well, thank you. Look at that. I can't say that hashtag, and you can't say your schedule. So you can find me at KAORIOUS on Twitter and everywhere else, and you can follow the whole entire team at AfterBuzz TV. Don't forget, subscribe, rate, comment, and we'll catch you guys very, very soon next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.